In the United States, the state of Georgia and the Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, now she says she's pushing ahead with plans to put Donald Trump on trial. This is the case about the November, she'd like to put him on trial before the November election. According to multiple sources, the trial could be as soon as this summer. This is the criminal case for the 2020 election subversion. Now, flip gears and go to New York, and the Attorney General there has taken the first steps to seize Donald Trump's property assets. The golf course is the estate north of Manhattan called Seven Springs. Because Mr. Trump is running out of time, there is a Monday deadline to post the bond against the $464 million judgment. Basically, you've got two choices. You raise the cash and pay, or you find an insurance company to guarantee the bond. If you don't do that, you could lose your assets. Edward Luce is the national editor at the Financial Times, and he recently wrote the following. It does not take great deductive skills to see that Trump's financial quandary poses a national security risk. If insurance companies and friendly billionaires think he's too big of a credit risk, who might help him out instead? Edward's with me now to talk about this. When I read your article this morning, I thought, my gosh, he's really hit the nail on the head there, because you basically question the legitimate bond companies have basically said the reputational risk to lend to Donald Trump or even guarantee the bond is too great.
Yeah, 30 of them, Richard, have turned him down now. So he's basically been around all the houses. The fact that his assets are mostly illiquid, real estate, golf clubs, Trump Towers, etc., means that they're unattractive anyway. They want assets that are easy to sell, that are transparently priced, and real estate doesn't qualify. But over and above that, you've got, the huge sort of internal controversy that would be generated by underwriting a surety bond for Trump of unprecedented level. 464 million is just a judgment, a damages level right, that we don't really see.
So your unspoken is really who will lend him the money. And there, of course, if he does become next president, people who might want to chip in the game, President Putin, for example, or some others who might want to. You see this as a security risk?
Yes. I mean, I think it would be virtually impossible to take out a loan from one of Putin's friends or somebody directly from Russia, because that would break the law. The US Treasury does sanction Russia, but there are ways around that. There are special purpose vehicles. There are also legal ways of borrowing from foreigners. Say the Saudis, they've stumped up the Saudi Sovereign Wealth Fund, $2 billion for the private equity group that Jared Kushner set up, Trump's son-in-law set up after the election. So the question is, what would their collateral be? And, I guess there might be an implicit collateral there, that they wouldn't be stumping this money for business reasons. They would be stumping this for future political benefit. So that is for sure a national security concern.
As this plays out, whether it be assets get sold or somebody finds the money down the back of the sofa, it doesn't seem that it's going to make much of a difference to his electability. And as we know, a bankrupt can still become president of the United States, and he's been bankrupt many times before.
Yeah, he's been bankrupt 6 times, and that didn't damage him in 2016 when he was first elected. He could, of course, go into Chapter 11. If he can't raise the money before Monday, he could seek Chapter 11 bankruptcy. But I think that the Trump world debate about that is that would be too damaging politically. In terms of the eyes of his base, all of this fits the theory that he is being persecuted, that this is the deep state, targeting Trump and punishing him for being Trump. And therefore doesn't need to damage him at all. It could even help him with his diehard supporters. I doubt it would help him with independents, though.
Right. Edward, it was a fascinating article when I read it over breakfast. I'm grateful for you. Thank you very much, sir.